Good day, class. Today we will be looking at the reflection of graphs. Here we have the graph of the parent function g of x is equal to the square root of x. G of x, which is equal to the square root of x, is the parent function, or the most basic function of the square root function family. Okay? Now, we are going to see what happens when I apply a negative sign to the outside of the function, and what would happen to the graph when I add or apply a negative sign to the inside of the function. Let us begin with the outside of the function. So I'm going to apply a negative sign to the outside of the function. And notice what took place. The red graph was reflected over the x-axis to give us the green graph. Yes? That is what took place. Okay? A reflection took place over the x-axis. Okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply a negative sign to the inside of the parent function. Notice now, we also see a reflection. Our original graph, which is the red graph, has been reflected over the y-axis to give us the green graph. Okay? And as a reminder, this axis is the y-axis, and this axis is the x-axis. So when a negative sign is applied to the inside of the function or the outside of the function, a reflection takes place. Now I want to point something out very important. That is very important. When I applied a negative sign to the outside of the original function, a vertical change took place. A vertical change took place. A reflection took place in a vertical direction. Yes? So when a negative sign was applied to the outside of the original function, a vertical change took place in this direction. The reflection took place in a vertical direction to give us our new graph, which is the green graph. Okay? Very important. I'm going to apply a negative sign to the inside of the function. Now, whenever a negative sign is applied to the inside of the function, we see a horizontal change. A horizontal change in this direction. Yes? So the reflection took place in a horizontal direction. Alright? To give us our green graph, which is our new graph. Okay? Now, I want you to always remember this. If something is applied to the outside of the parent function, there's going to be a vertical change. Yes? Whenever anything is applied to the inside of the function, there is going to be a horizontal change. So always remember that, class. So when something is added to the outside of the function, there is going to be a vertical change. If something is applied to the inside of the function, there is going to be a horizontal change. Very important. Very, very important. Okay. Let me look at just one more example. So we have the parent function for the absolute value function family. Okay? Now I am going to apply a negative sign to the outside of the function. And we know what kind of change to expect. Yes? We should expect a vertical change. So let's see if we are right. Yes? I'm going to apply a negative sign to the outside of the parent function. So do you see that? So when we apply a negative sign to the outside of the function, we see a vertical change. But this vertical change is a reflection over the x-axis. Yes? Over the x-axis. So I hope you understand what is happening. So whenever we apply a negative sign, remember this, a negative sign to the inside or the outside of a function, a reflection will take place. And depending on where the sign is applied, it's going to either be a reflection over the x-axis or the y-axis. Alright? Now for a complete understanding of this topic, I would advise you to re-watch this video. Have a good day, class.